The hum of the C-17 Globemaster was a familiar lullaby. Colonel Eva Rostova stood on the tarmac at Ramstein Air Base, the crisp October air biting at her cheeks. Airmen loaded humanitarian aid for East Africa, military might used for compassion, not conflict. The world felt stable, a well-oiled machine running smoothly. Rostova sipped her coffee, savoring the order and predictability of her day. She watched the last pallet disappear into the plane, a symbol of international cooperation. For a moment, she allowed herself to believe everything was under control. The sun climbed higher, promising a clear day ahead. But the universe, she would soon be reminded, rarely plays by the rules. Her phone buzzed, a secure call from a civilian research institute. Rostova answered, her voice steady. Dr. Eris Thorne, usually composed, was frantic. "Colonel, we have a problem, a serious one." The Atlas project, a deep space monitoring program, had detected something unusual. 3I/Atlas isn't a comet, it's a shell. There's something inside, broadcasting a repeating signal. It's artificial, it just activated. Rostova's mind raced from logistics to crisis mode. "Where is it now?" she asked. "Just past Jupiter. And it's accelerating. Not like a comet should. It's changing course, heading for us." The implications were staggering. The calm morning was over. This was no routine problem. The world of neat reports and manageable schedules evaporated in an instant. A new, terrifying day had just begun. "Get me a secure line to the Pentagon, now!" Rostova ordered. The base snapped into crisis mode. Emergency briefings were called. The message was simple and terrifying. Atlas alarm. Cobra Dawn protocol, immediate. The virtual briefing room filled with generals, intelligence analysts, and scientists, including a shaken Dr. Thorne. The air crackled with tension. This was no drill. Rostova addressed the group. "At 0722 Zulu, I was contacted by Dr. Thorne. He's discovered a development regarding 3I/Atlas that represents a potential existential threat." She handed the floor to Thorne. All eyes turned to the scientist. The fate of the world now rested on what he was about to say. The room was silent, waiting. The unimaginable was about to become reality. Dr. Thorne's face appeared, his lab in chaos. "For months, we tracked 3I/Atlas as a comet. But hours ago, everything changed." He showed a diagram. The object's path veered sharply toward Earth. "We used deep penetrating radar, expected rock and metal. Instead, we found a thick shell and a hollow interior. Inside, a manufactured structure. The image was clear. A ship, 30 kilometers wide, disguised as a comet. It's emitting a patterned signal, not language, an activation sequence. And it's under intelligent control." Silence gripped the room. "Are you saying we have an alien vessel heading for Earth?" a general asked. "Yes, General, it's a vehicle, and it's coming straight for us." No one spoke. The scientific curiosity had become a terrifying reality. They were flying blind against a threat they could not comprehend. The world had changed in an instant. Dr. Thorne's words settled over the room. Urgent questions erupted. "ETA? Intentions?" 71 days until intercept, a NASA scientist replied. "We have no data to infer intent," Thorne admitted. "Assuming hostility is safest." Military leaders calculated defenses. Scientists struggled to understand. The gap between tactics and theory was immense, but now they had to find common ground. "We can't just shoot at it," a JPL engineer warned. "We don't know what it's made of. A nuke might do nothing, or provoke disaster. And we can't just wait," General Miller countered. "We need options. Fast." Every action carried unimaginable risk. The pressure was immense. 8 billion lives hung in the balance. The debate raged, but answers were scarce. The clock was ticking. Every second felt like a lifetime. Amid the tension, Rostova's voice cut through. "Enough. Let's focus on what we can do. 2 tracks, intelligence and defense. Both, now. Track 1, scientists. Focus every radio telescope on the signal. Decode it. JPL and NASA. Design a stealth probe to gather data on the ship. Track 2, military. Move to DEFCON 3. Quiet alert. Prepare firing solutions. Model every scenario, from kinetic strikes to EMPs. Her clarity brought order to chaos. Scientists and engineers collaborated on probe designs. Intelligence analysts coordinated with astronomers. Military strategists outlined contingencies. Rostova's plan broke the impossible into manageable tasks. Fear remained, but now it fueled action. For the first time since the call, there was momentum. The team had a mission. Humanity was no longer paralyzed. They were preparing to act. The meeting ended. Assignments were given, task forces formed. Rostova stepped outside, the sun higher, the airfield quiet. The 71-day clock had started. The weight of the world was now shared. She watched a departing C-17, a symbol of hope and unity. Humanity had come together before. Now, they must do it again. Borders and politics faded in the face of a common threat. They were defenders of Earth. The fight for survival had begun. There would be fear and setbacks, but also courage and collaboration. In unity, there was hope, and maybe, just maybe, a chance.